We got a random pregnant white woman in here. Do I know you? That's not mine? Oh, okay. But you know what? I thought I was in some Hood Jeopardy, because that's the game we about to play. Y'all ready? It's just like the classic game show, but we put our wild and out spin on it. DJ D-Rec is gonna give us some hood answers, and we gotta come up here and give some funny hood questions. The team with the funniest questions get the bell, right?
Yeah, you can get bell like that.
And if it's whack, you get that buzzer. Team with the most bells wins the game. It's real simple. Let's have some fun. DJ D-Rec is in your hands. Hey, yo.
Your answer is Nick Cannon will get you pregnant if...
Hey, yo.
Wow. Let's talk about it. What if your name is visceral?
I'm saying, though, I like that new hairstyle.
What is if your name is Lisa, Tina, Michelle, Katrina, Brittany, Tanya, Toya, Tina, LaDon, Tommy,
Keep going.
Tina?
What is if you exhale?
Now you gotta inhale and exhale.
God damn it, Bobby.
What is if you got diamond records, Grammys, all type of other more money than he got?
Facts.
Just in case if y'all really need to know if y'all want to get pregnant by OG. What is, you gotta let me hit first and I'm gonna tell him how it is and then he go. I'm gonna let you know, OG, I'm gonna let you know.
Your answer is ways to come up on a tank of gas.
What is link in my bio, y'all? Times are hard.
What is have Santuan out your tank?
Cause you can't afford this tank of gas. Thank you.
What is, which way you going? That way, I'll take it. You got some gas money?
What is, first you start with a dime, but then you start moving more than that. You move up to a quarter, then you move up to an ounce, and then you...
No, gasoline, not gas.
Oh, my bad, y'all.
Your answer is signs he's into white girls.
What is, he got vaccinated first?
What is, excuse me, ma'am, is this bothering you?
Back up. No, back up. Fat lives matter. Big Mac.
Appreciate you, bro. My man. Ooh, they are running. Not happening. Who is Tay Diggs?
What is, I don't know what a washcloth is. Who is Godfrey?
Thank you.
Who is whoever impregnated her? And it wasn't me. This time.
Hey, what is, man, this cheese and this chicken too fried.
You too fried. Get your ass over there.
What we doing?
Hold on, come back.
What we doing?
What if she don't know what the hell that means?
That got his ankle monitor off for real.
What is kiss his dog on the mouth?
Yeah! Ooh, hold up. This a good one. What is, I don't know nothing about that because I love my black queen.
Your answer is men's biggest insecurities.
Me existing. Relax.
Okay, be honest. What is, I used to talk to D-Ray.
What is, he seems pretty confident, but I'd be pretty insecure if I had a kitchen sponge on my head like DC Young Fly.
He's on your team.
Your answer is songs on DJ D-Rec's favorite playlist.
What is, I got the whole world on my neck.
What is Gigolo? Because you're Nick Cannon's bitch.
The crowd liked that one.
What is, you'll never find, blum, 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 a forehead like mine.
I like big heads and I cannot lie.
What is this old man? He play one, he play knick-knack for.
What I did, that way.
Give it up.
There it is. DJ D-Rec, who won that game, man?
I gotta get that one to the new school. Make some noise for the new school, y'all.
Cast of Bel Air, on BPZ, they came to pay.
Your answer is Wild 'N Out cast members' childhood nicknames.
What is, when Santuan was little, he was Fruit Loops?
What is, well, my name was Man. Cause, okay.
Man, sit your man ass down.
What is, when Mimi was little, she used to be called Meow Woof.
What is DC Young Fly? Ugly ass little boy. Little boy.
What is? They used to call Nick.
So I can't play for the band no more?
That's my favorite movie, though.
Oh, okay. Your answer is signs your significant other is for the streets.
What is the restaurant saved in his phone? Call him.
Thanks.
What is OnlyFans? What is, if you found walking, what you mean? It's in the street.
You stupid.
Yeah,
Damn.
Jesus.
he got too many kids.
What that supposed to mean?
What is, welcome to Red Table Talk. I am
Your answer is things your token white friend says.
What is, no way, dude. I got a lot of black friends.
Oh, sorry. So you got... What is, damn, you're respectful to your mama?
Facts, that's a good one.
That's great.
What is, that's spicy. What is, you got pulled over today? That's weird. What is, yeah, sure, you can borrow some money. What is, hi, my name is Brent.
Let's go, Brent.
That's my friend Brent right there.
What is, I'm not being racist, but...
Exactly.
What is, why do you guys make everything about race?
Yes.
What is, you're one of the good ones.
What is, dude, my sister totally wants to you.
Your answer is excuses D-Rec gives for still being on Wild 'N Out.
What is medical and dental benefits?
That's true. I don't
Good. It's good.
What is, then you'd actually have to learn how to DJ.
I'm gonna go ahead and push this button right here. Okay, let's move on.
What is, because you don't have no other friends?
Or other jobs.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Shut up. So I can state the obvious. What is, this is the only job I have. And I'm homeless.
Don't put his business on TV.
Nah, we got to. Y'all over here making us stuff be real. He sleeps at that DJ booth.
All right, we're gonna move on for real this time. Your answer is the coldest movie lines.
Ooh. What is, if you die, kill you. You hear me? Die, kill you.
What is, you mean like Ashley Cole, like, chat.
What is,
I killed Mufasa.
You look like the dude.
What is? I hate you, Jody. I hate you. Oh, I love you, Jody. Oh, I love you.
Go crazy.
Period.
Go crazy.
Ain't no class teach me how to do me. I'm the best drummer you got. DJ D-Rec, man, let them know who won.
I gotta get that to the old school. Make some noise for the old school, y'all. Your answer is, you can say this at dinner and during sex.
What is, I love when the four of us get together.
What is, you want me to eat that?
What is?
What does that have to do with dinner?
This how I eat my food.
Get out of here, man.
What?
People don't eat like that.
What is, ooh, that's a little too salty.
What is? I said.
No. Y'all not gonna have a dinner question and I'm not getting Get your skinny ass back up. What is I'm coming? What is I'm gonna eat all this? What is I'm ready for seconds? What is I am tired?
Your answer is, they call it blank, but I call it blank.
They call it all you can eat. I call it a personal challenge.
They call it both of them. I call it both all. They call it hair. I call it her. They call it wear. I call it work.
They call it do, but I call it do. I don't know how to say it like they do, so I just say what I do.
Can you say this?
They call them black people. I call them my
What?
friends.
Friends. Best friends. I call them dead.
They call it ambulance, but I call it ambulance. They call it 7, I call it 7. They call it 11, I call it 11. They call it you beautiful, but you ugly.
Let's go, DC.
Your answer is, Atlanta is best known for...
What is? Nephew, what's up, baby? Ah, baby. What is? Hey.
You forgot one on. Hey, with me.
All right. Your answer is, you're too old to be afraid of this.
Oh my God.
That means we won, right?
Absolutely, because he knocked out the whole team.
Y'all give it up for the new school for winning Hood Jeopardy.
Your answer is, how to break bad news to kids.
What is DM them on Instagram?
What is, well, honey, I thought Nick Cannon was your daddy, but he's not.
What is? Hey, man, close the door. Me and your mama handling business, man.
What is, I'd like to introduce you to your other brother, and your other brother, and your other brother, and your other sister, and your other brother.
You gotta tell him early. You gotta tell him early.
What is? What did I tell you? The goddamn close enough.
Your answer is you're guaranteed to see this on TikTok.
What is your girl, Justina Valentine? I got 11 million followers. Period.
What is your girl, Lovely Mimi, keep getting banned?
What is legs and hips and body?
What is...
What is this dance?
Which dance is that?
What is, you think it's small. You need to be thinking big, bitch.
Your answer is a sneaky way to ask for money.
What is just get pregnant by Nick Cannon?
What is click the link in my bio?
What is my enemies are after me?
I'm not gonna lie. Nick, I'm not gonna lie. That was actually good.
What is, hey, you got cash up?
What is? I swear I ain't trying to give you up my problem. I just need a little money.
What is, man, you can just give me a couple of dollars. I promise I'm just gonna get something.
Your answer is DJ D-Rex Starks.
I see the answer. What is, wait, what is, what are you doing? Shut up.
Let's go! D-Rex, can you come up with who won this game?
I'm gonna give that to the old school. Make some noise for the old school party people.
What?
All right, your answer is good excuses to cheat.
Ooh.
What is? Black men don't cheat.
Hey! Keep that going.
What is Tuesday?
What is, but baby, Nick said I can keep it.
What is, cause she cheated on me first. I had to get my lick back. What you mean?
What is, because I worked out all week and I got tired of eating lettuce, and so I said, I'm just gonna cheat today and maybe tomorrow, and then 2 days, that's it, I swear.
It's a cheat day. It's a cheat day.
Your answer is must-haves for all rappers.
What is a felony charge? We on the same team.
We on the same team. Go ahead, Earth. Go ahead, Earth.
What
go ahead,
is,
Earth.
what is a ugly first baby mama?
I definitely ain't got that.
What is a ghostwriter? They don't be writing.
What is an imaginary teacher that always told them they weren't gonna make it?
What is a piece of candy inside? Because as soon as I take that wrapper off, I swear there better be some candy in there.
What is a up 5-year contract when you first start? What is a no feature with Nick Cannon?
Your answer is cougar pickup lines.
What is, I can't get pregnant, so drop that.
What is? Hey, young blood, you give me a ride to that there bank, I won't be the only one making a direct deposit tonight.
Well, they got gay cougars?
I was talking about, it wasn't you.
I'm just asking. I didn't know.
It was a lady. And you interrupted my joke, he gonna give me a buzzer.
Your answer is fake apology phrases.
What is, I'm sorry you feel that way, but...
That's facts.
What is, you hungry?
Let's go, Philip.
What is black people will receive 40 acres and a mule? What is black people will receive equal rights? What is DJ D-Rec is doing a great job?
That's just true.
No, that was fake. That was fake. That was fake. What is, I'm sorry, Instagram, my close friends got hacked. I'll never do.
What is, hey boss, I'm sorry I punched you in the face for that gay joke earlier, but you deserved it.
What is, I'm sorry, Viacom. DJ D-Rec, who won, man?
I'm gonna get up to the old school. Make some noise for the old school, y'all. These 5 words can get you hurt.
Ooh, we look like, excuse me.
The twins.
What is, I voted for Donald Trump.
What is, shut your bitch ass up. What is, hey, there go Tory Lanez. What is, I'm cooking the chicken tonight.
What is, can I touch your hair?
Dang, Jada Waiter is fine. I'm sorry, I'm just observing. Don't nobody shoot me. Don't nobody shoot me.
What is, I only like 4 pictures?
What is, stop tell me.
Your answer is things that should be canceled.
What is mother freaking censorship?
I see what you did there.
What is,
I think he's pointing to you.
What is Nick Cannon's sperm?
Trying to end my life, slut shaming me?
What is Justina's coochie?
Your answer is overpriced items.
what is gas? No, not the driving kind, the weed. A $10 bag costs $25 now.
What is, everything in the dollar store that's over $1, bitch?
What is a plan B?
Your answer is civil rights stripper names.
What is back it up Barbara? What is fine Harriet? What is make him shake Mabel?
What is the Underground Rail hose?
D-Rec, who won?
I gotta get up to the black squad. Make some noise for the black squad, y'all.
Damn.
Hold on.
Hey, what?
Extra.
D-Rec, we ready?
I'm ready. Your answer is this is why big dudes are winning.
Winning everything but the race, big dog.
You still got there.
Too slow. Now, which one of my skinny teammates got something to say? I just wanted to beat the fat boy to the button. I ain't gonna lie.
What is, they can't cheat on you because they can't find their
What is, who the hell said that? I didn't have my share of fat, but they can find me.
What is because women are always hungry and y'all always ready to eat.
Go ahead, Bruce. Block him.
What is?
Block him.
Big boys is the one with the flow. It's the little brothers that one they got to go.
Come on now.
Hey, we take offense to that.
Because ladies don't got to worry about us running the streets because we don't run nowhere.
All right, moving on.
Wait. Because we eat everything, ladies.
All right, your answer is a deal breaker on a first date.
What is, man, my wife tripping. She want me to come back and watch our kids.
Yeah, I got one. Hold on. Come here, Mike Ruger. What is smile? Ooh. What is that? That's a deal breaker.
I got you. They said, ooh.
A deal fighter. That's right.
What is he finished his meal, but when we got home, he couldn't finish me?
On the first date? Damn, Justina.
What is your mother hearing Justina voice for the first time?
What is, I swear, girl, after I get done with these pills. You know what?
All right, your answer is things that haven't aged well.
Run, baby.
DJ D-Red hairline.
Oh.
What is Courtney B's ankles?
Stop walking up there, you teasing us like that, man. I just got little. I was over there about 2 weeks ago. What is white people?
Wait. What is...
What is please? Flawless.
He does pretty much look exactly the same.
What is my teeth? What is my love life? What is my bank account? What is my...
All right, your answer is a big person's finishing move.
What is a chicken noodle suplex?
What is doggy style at the edge of the bed? Because we can't do it.
He's letting us in on y'all big people secrets.
What is...
Sleep apnea.
What is?
Don't get him too tired. Don't get him too tired.
What is? You gonna finish that on your plate?
D-Ray, who won, man?
Y'all gotta get out to the big black squad. Make some noise for the big black squad, y'all.
Is that even possible?